if we are talking about this, then the best way to work on it is to literally force yourself to do it. Now, myself, I had this problem for a very long time at the beginning, because when I was freestyling, I'm such a organic dancer, and very spontaneous. I used to just start moving and just dancing, dancing, but I didn't really have some link between my movement. So it was just I would be talking about potatoes, and then I start talking about tomatoes, and then I start talking about the weather, and then I start talking about I don't know, something else, but so my movement were not related, so it was all over the place. And this is something that people would I used to get a lot of feedback about this often. And then at some point I said, okay, people have been telling me this a lot, like I don't take the time to develop my movement enough. And then at some point I started to pay attention to it and say, you know what, maybe I need to to start working on it and trying to get better at that. But here's the thing, this can be tricky to work on. Remember, I said make sure that you try your best to kind of force yourself to do it, because at the beginning it can be difficult to start a concept or to start movement, and then you develop it. But the reason why it's difficult is that our brains doesn't work all the same way. And in my opinion, I thought that, okay, to develop a movement is, for example, if I start with this movement, then, okay, what's going to be next? This, and then what's going to be next? This, and then what's going to be next? This, and, and I was trying to work like that. So basically, I see the movement and I start developing the movement and trying to push the movement to the next level, to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. But the thing is, I was struggling a lot with this approach. Why? Because I don't work this way. So imagine someone who's very spontaneous and all of a sudden is trying to work this way. I was like all over the place, and now I'm trying to be very structured and stuff like that. Obviously, it didn't work for me because I don't work this way, right? So it's only way after, and nobody told me that, it's just at some point I started to kind of give up on this idea of developing movement and stuff like that. And then way after, later, like years later, I understood, okay, there is an approach that works better for me. Instead of trying to developing movements, what if I could think scenarios? I work with images, so I literally can visualize my next step before I do it. When I'm dancing, sometimes I would see what I'm gonna do next before I do it, and then I do it, right? So once again, I'm very spontaneous, I'm very instinctive when I'm dancing. Therefore, scenarios works much better for me. So when I do this, I don't see a movement. Maybe when I do this, I see myself pushing something, right? And the moment I push these things, and then it reacts, and then it push my hands, and this is how my brain works. For some reason, this is how it works for me. So therefore, I don't see movement development anymore. I only see scenarios. And when I start seeing scenarios, I start tapping into my imagination, right? Because I see images when I'm dancing, right? Does that make sense? So yes, force yourself. But secondly, most importantly, you want to understand which approach works best for you. Maybe you're gonna be the type of guy who say, okay, this is a movement for me, so now let me try to push this movement as much as I can, right? Or someone else will say, okay, this is not a movement for me, this is a door, okay? So this door, all right, I'm pushing it and I'll enter here, and you see what I mean? So first, identify which approach works for you, right? And then from there, you will be able to start developing your movement in a much more natural way, right? So that's what I would say. because this is something you definitely need as a freestyle dancer for sure. If you dance all over the place, it's not gonna work. But the moment you start knowing how to link your movement and kind of create a story behind it when you are dancing, then you start getting to position yourself as an experienced dancer. But now I'm only trying to guide you to quickly find which approach works best for you. Okay, and based on that, then you're gonna start developing your movement much easier. Yeah. Hey, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And before you go, if you'd like to know how to train more effectively and push your freestyle dance to a whole new level, then Beyond the Move might be exactly what you're looking for. You see, I've partnered with some of the best freestyle dancers in the world to share their knowledge with you so that you can know what to work on and how to work on it to progress much faster than ever before. So if that sounds good and you'd like to know more about this, simply click on the link in the description below and you can start your free trial today. All right, so I'll see you on the other side. Take care. Bye-bye.